Okay, so what are we doing today? You guys know Sora, who's always around there. There's Sora. Hey! They're always around here. And you might remember that they commissioned this little baby a while ago. So we are doing the second part of this creature. Hey Sora. You made the limit 2k layers. I don't make the limits. It's kind of set automatically, I think. So that's not by me, by my hands. Cute anxiety cryptid. Okay, so the idea behind this one, if you didn't see it, was, as Sora says, an anxiety cryptid. So some kind of physical version of anxiety, and specifically related to like university and students, like stalked students during exam time, and that's kind of like all the embodiments of stress. Their hair is falling out, that kind of thing. And we called it La Cosa Esa, which is Spanish for that thing, which is a believable name that a creature would get in a university campus. So that was a fun one. I'm exposing myself by how I view my own anxiety. Hey, little 10. Good. Oh yeah, Tumelo is great. I actually asked him if I could use the music for stream. He was super nice about it. I actually added it to my Spotify playlist. So we're gonna be listening to a bunch by him right now. Okay, so this is a picture we're going to be using today. And the commission here was for two creatures. So we're going to do La Cosa Esa again. Right, we're going to repeat this one, like different pose, different placements. And we're going to create a new one. And here's the concept. Sora, I hope you don't mind that I share your sketch. It was like a quick sketch that Sora made, just so I could see like where we were going. So this is kind of the idea, right? It's like a tendril, fuming, pitch black thing that creeps along the wall, and with little like hands or appendices. So we're gonna be trying to go for that. Getting the chocolate milk. Yeah, that's a very good point. Like, if you commission an artist and you have like an idea in mind, you don't want them to like come up with everything. If you have an idea in mind, do a sketch, do like a shitty sketch in MS Paint, just to show like what kind of thing you want to do. It's actually very helpful. So we downloaded a bunch of pictures of like the kind of textures that we want to use. I think one or a few of them were provided by Sora themselves, so thank you for that. And yeah, but we got a few cool things like ink and that kind of stuff. Spaghetti hair. Thank you for that, fellow. So these are the kind of base textures we're gonna try to be using. These are very easy to use because they have a pure white background, so it's as easy. You don't have to cut them. You just put them in multiply, and you already got something very, very nice to work with. So I think the first thing is to kind of set a few of this in place and create the base for the body, and we'll kind of build on top of that. Right, so I'll actually put that sketch and we'll use it as a kind of guide. And we'll get a few of this and multiply. Actually, let's just take everything here and put it. It's not letting me. No, it needs to be visible. There we go. Be right back. You're constantly in and out. It's fine, Sora. You're okay. Okay, I did say it was going to be basically just putting them in multiply, but as you can see, when I put them in multiply, look at the edge here. It is still transferring some of the background. So what we'll do is a very quick levels layer, and there we go. We'll push the whites a little bit wider, and that should help us without really destroying our edge here. So yeah, how's everybody doing? It's been a couple of weeks without streaming. I've been missing it. I've had so much art to do and so little time, so it's been frustrating. It's always good to get back into the groove. I'm gonna try to go for quite some time today. We'll try to finish this and then get to some other things. Also, thank you for the follow, Wolf Lord Lewis. How did you not know? Well, you know now. Now you won't be caught unaware next time. Nay Ferry, thank you for that follow. So we're kind of removing the square edges from here, giving it a little bit of levels as well. There we go. So we're kind of preparing the layers, so they're going to be a bit easier to work with now in a minute. Okay, does this one have a little bit of edge? It does. We'll just push this a bit, and that should be fine. Then we'll remove the edges, so we don't have any clean lines like that. They're pretty ugly. Quinn. Quinn always comes in, gives in a sub. Like, I can't have this. You're gonna spend all your money. No, thank you. Thank you though. I owe you a little commission in exchange for this. I haven't forgotten about you. I've been looking for pictures, so don't worry about that. Going to poetry. Good day. You'll have to show some of that in the server. And
3 months, Bob.
3 months. 3 months. Hey, you got the how's that? The paint buckets thing next to your name. So Black Diamond, enjoy the gifted sub. Right, you guys want to see the community challenge? Okay, so I actually got prepared for the community challenge thing, and as you might see, all my profile picture has changed everywhere because you know, that was one of the kinds of things I can do while I'm more busy and just have a little time every day, is do things like this self-portrait, and just show you the full version. You might see this, you might have seen, well, the cropped version of this in my profile. So if we get to that community challenge, which we're very close, I think, yeah, we're like 70%, we'll get into the PSD and edit some things into it, right? We'll kind of add, I think, like bug parts and things like that. That should be fun. I also did this version of it just for fun, just put it on a newspaper and made myself be dead in like 1940 or something, as you can see from the wartime newspaper things there. Right after I hunt down Quinn for spending all his money. We'll hunt you down. That's a nice outfit. It is a very nice outfit. It's not mine. I mean, I edited my face onto the outfit. I very unfortunately don't have like, I think it's like late 19th century clothing. Very unfortunate. I should have some. The head felt super tiny. I think it's just a big coat. I made it equal to the original head, so. Yeah, 2,000 more in there. Oh god, you guys are gonna get there so quick. If we win it, we'll do it right after this edit. How about that? We're massive. Yeah, hold on. I think I got the original somewhere. Yeah, here it is. It is a very large coat. Yeah, I think it might be World War I. I don't know. I didn't check the exact date. I should have. Or if I did, I forgot, which is the more likely option here. I can check real quick. I think I got it saved somewhere. So I'm always very messy when saving my pictures. Sometimes I gotta like refine them. No. Here it is. This should be from... Oh no, it's much earlier than World War I. This is 1855 to 1859. It's like very early photography. It's not a daguerreotype or however you pronounce those. It is one of the, I forget the name, one of the early techniques of photography. The coat is ridiculously huge. I mean, I bet it's very comfy though. Americans be like, water bottle. Water bottle. I love that. Happy America Day. Hope you all fired some cool fireworks. Sounds dangerous and fun. It is super old. It does have an air, like, it does feel like some of the World War I coats, especially like the French ones, which is a very ugly light blue. Well, it's not like ugly, but it's weird for a war. Okay, that should do well. And how about this one? Okay, need some levels. This was just so you guys see the original. It was pink originally, but I just liked the texture, so I figured let's make it black and try to work with it. Maybe this could be a nice like base, like a base layer of something more liquid, and on top of that we put something more like gas. Also, I'm missing some messages, sorry. Help me decide, grilled veggies or spaghetti? Grilled veggies. That's much better. Hey Oz. I've done it Eric for a long time. Yeah, true. 2 weeks. Gotta be 2 weeks now. Because okay, so update for those who missed the last few streams. I am starting this very intensive study program, which basically requires all of my time during the week and just leaves me like very short breaks. I can't physically put a stream in there, so I'll only have to stream on the weekends for the foreseeable future, a few months. So yeah, that's gonna have to be like that. It sucks because I would like to do way more art, but you know. Okay, this one is kind of fuzzy. I really like it. I really like this texture. Yeah, it feels floaty and nice, but I don't know how I'm gonna use it exactly. It also has this like slightly brownish tint, which I like. Fireworks have been banned here, unfortunately. Oh, why is that? I guess people are being very dangerous with them. Like homemade fireworks are definitely doctor doesn't recommend. There's a lot of blown off hands when people do those. Yeah, so I think we'll use something like this for the core. Let's say, like something that feels like ink in water. And then something more like smoke, plumes of smoke coming out. I think that's more or less what you meant, right? You know, let me know if I deviate like too much. I can always change it up. Okay, so I think at least this part would be nice. That sort of base. So, okay, Oz and people who've jumped in after I explained, this is a commission for Sora in chat. We might see, like, speaking. And they commissioned me, could be a month or two ago, to do this one, which we called La Cosa Esa, and it's sort of a monster physical version of anxiety, and specifically like the anxiety of students and university students specifically. So this thing like roams the university campus and attacks like freshmen that are very stressed during their exams. It kind of like feeds off of their stress. That was like the lore we came up for this creature. And we're doing a second part for this. So we're going to put the La Cosa Esa. They're going to be around here, like maybe lurking from behind here. That was my first idea. And this is going to be like, I guess it's his brother or sister. It's some sort of liquidy creature with some plumes of smoke coming out and tendrils and hands like coming towards you through the wall. So yeah, that is what we're doing. I was picturing petroleum, but had a hard time finding reference pictures. I think ink will be a good replacement. I also looked for petroleum pictures, and as you said, it was very hard. Like I said, appears during midterms and finals, exactly. Hey Kala, how you doing? Get that. Okay, so it's not perfect because it still has some of the edge, but if I go brighter, we'll kind of start ruining the texture, so we'll just have to cut that part manually, which is fine. I think we'll start working it from there and from this one, which are the most liquidy pictures we got. I kind of like the brown, but I'll reduce it a bit, just so it fits with the others better. And this lower area I don't think we'll use. So we'll just kind of end it here. I hope that does it. Alright, so that's a bit more easy to work with. Just optimizing the VTuber avatar. Nice. Okay, so I think we'll pick up this part, and maybe a bit of this one. We'll kind of repeat the layer, kind of pick different parts of it to cover that a bit better. We're gonna create a flipped version. Try to keep the same direction to it, so it kind of feels like it's all flowing towards one side. Scientists in training. Where's your forensics? Nice. Yeah, with these pictures, well, this one is an acrylic painting, but it's got that drippy feeling to it. This is the original, just so you get the idea. It's one of those paintings that are made by just letting acrylic drip in different ways, and they all have that sort of liquidy feeling, which is very good. I've used this a bunch of times actually, because they're very good at conveying that feel, and there's a lot of them that are just released for free on the internet, so just a nice resource to use. If you browse like Unsplash and look for acrylic or abstract or things like that, or liquid, like, you have a ton of these. They convey that well, I think. So I think we'll make it... okay. I'll flip it like this, since I want to show the direction kind of coming towards the camera and turning this edge. I'll try to make it fit like that. Something like this. A bit taller. Right, forget about the pink. That'll go away in a second, as you can see. And the problem is here, we got this edge that's cut off. That's not very aesthetically pleasing, this kind of soft, boring edge. So we'll have to figure out a way around it. We either take another painting, or we take another bit from this painting and complete this edge. I think we'll try that first. Stop turning. Why is it turning? Oh, there we go. It's just... the square doesn't fit the... well, it's a bug that happens sometimes. You know, those classic Photoshop bugs. There we go. I think we can use that. I'll delete the layer mask, invert. I'll apply it to the edge here. Sorry if I'm missing some messages, by the way. No, if you can always repeat something if I missed it. Oh, 84% raise, you guys. The dude in a horror movie ends up seducing the monster. Hold on, we got a new emote for that. Yeah, Sora would be like the translator in Arrival. Oh yeah, by the way, we got new follower emotes, which is a new thing that Twitch is testing. It only activated in a few channels, and I was lucky enough to get them. So for now, they're kind of placeholder. I just put some stuff in the Discord. I put a few like random emotes that I had from there, and I'm probably going to be commissioning some artists over time to kind of fill up those spots with something a bit more custom, something that feels a bit more from this channel. Valdevia Smart cannot be found. Oh yeah, we also got the how it's like Franco-Phase emotes, which is the one Sora is using there. There's also some old ones and others from the Discord. So yeah, I got like quite a large collection of emotes at this point, which is nice. Okay, I'll remove the smoke just to see where I'm going here. I think this could be nice, right? This sort of liquid flowing base to it. I'll push it down a little bit. And I'm gonna remove this for now, so I'm seeing where I'm working with a bit less distraction. Oh yeah, Franco-Phase. I think it either... because I can't see them on my stream. thing. Oh yeah, all the little ghosts are there. Because I realized I had a lot more space in the Franco Frizzy thing, so now there's all the Pride ghosts on there that were in the Discord as well. Okay, so we got this more like floaty base to add on top of that first one. And I don't want them to fit exactly in the same place. I kind of want it to spread around like so. So I'm gonna try and move them around so they. So those floaty bits I'm adding look more like tendrils or something that's coming out like that. Do you mind if I ramble about the creature? Of course. It's your brainchild. Let's sketch it here and there in the past to deal with stress and anxiety. Oh. Nice. So you have a history with this creature. It's not something like that pops into your head. Also, I don't know if I thanked Rain Demon for the follow, but thank you. So I guess in order to make it feel more oppressive, we maybe should fill the frame a bit more with it, if that makes sense. Like, we got enough definition here, we got a bunch of space. I mean space, and we can zoom into things a lot, because our base picture is kind of like a phone picture. I don't mean this in a bad way, I mean this in... that actually can be very good for horror stuff, a kind of lo-fi feeling to it. So we can kind of stretch our textures a bit more, which means we can just literally take this and Ctrl T and just fill up the frame a bit more with it. Make it feel like it's closer to us. Let's compare those two sizes. Oh yeah, that's definitely gonna be better. If the feeling we're gonna convey is like an oppressive one, I think that'll work in our favor. Okay, so I wanna fade this out as it goes away, because I'm mainly looking for this part here. The rest is nice, but because we'll use a lot more textures in this area, I don't mind it as much. Also, I really like this little tendril thingy, and this one. I think that's kind of what we want to go for. I don't know if you were envisioning like literal hands, like fully formed hands coming out of it, or more like just tendrils that look like appendages. Let me know if you have any preference in there. Because we can like take literal human hands and make them all black, cover them in like tar, and it's just been, this child is my companion for a bit of a decade. So you make the end bits of smoke lighter in color so it looks more dissipated. I mean, for this part here, we're gonna be adding a lot more smoke, like, and this is not really smoke, this is also ink, but that has that smoky feeling to it. Well, actually, I don't know, some of it might be smoke. But yeah, I'm planning on adding that on the outside, so we'll kind of do a little mix there. Doesn't have a name, it's just sort of dense yet ethereal look to it. I think the tendrils will look good, but also a couple arms ready to grab. Okay, we'll add some arms later. Okay, we might repeat this little texture since it's like more lights and can fill up some of the gaps. I think I want to try one of these. This one is very good as well. And I want to add it like this. Oh, there's a mosquito that chases me every stream. Did I get it? No, I didn't. You get away this time. I always try to catch them mid-air. It's more fun. Way too many arms and tendrils. Oh, these could be good tendrils as well, I'm thinking. Because I was thinking more like wispy things coming out. Like that. Or more like that. They could also be nice coming from the front. Kind of like sticking to the wall. We could use it for both. I think it's versatile enough. But now let's use it here. Mosquitoes that come every stream are the insect world's vengeance, or attempted vengeance. They're getting onto my mic. Attempted vengeance for me doing all these scary bugs. I know it is. They're conspiring against me. I think we need to add more density here. We'll try to use some of the other textures, since we got a bunch of textures, so instead of trying to repeat them and reuse them a lot, I'll try to use each of them once at least, and then we'll get to the rest. Right, so I'm thinking this could be good tendrils, but this cool texture here, especially if we flip it, could form a nice dense body. We can mix it up with the like liquid area. And now let's get this central part here. I should write a story. You should. You could use this in your story. Use the picture to illustrate it a bit. If it fits, of course. My favorite gender is smoke. Hey, who doesn't feel like a smoke creature sometimes? Relatable content. I like this for the body. It feels more... yeah, like more dense. Maybe more like you mentioned, like petroleum. That kind of texture. Once you add it in a dense way like this, and reducing the smoke textures, it feels like little bulbs of liquid. And we can of course just mess with the levels here. And try to light some areas up too. Just something like this. A little bit more contrast, a little bit more texture in there. Okay, what about this guy? This is also a very nice texture. Don't know exactly where I would put it, but I really like this. This area especially. The two genders. Smoke and mirrors. I love it. You know, this could be an arm, I guess. This could work as an arm. I'll actually make a copy. So I might reuse it later. I'm so glad Trevor retweeted you. I mean, that's basically been the whole of my Twitter following is thanks to Trevor. I mean, like, not entirely, but like kickstarting it. Yeah, I was grateful to him for that. This part, it's ink, yeah. It's like ink in water. I think most of these are. And they're probably all from the same person, by the way. I just took them all from the same site, so. Therapy can be like this. What's that referencing? Less than an hour in, Val has already managed to make my anxiety take physical form. Things that therapy can be like that. Actually, I'm your therapist now, guys. This right now, this is therapy. I'm kidding. Please go to therapy, the real therapy. Okay, so I want to add this. And I have a condition. I want to keep the bright areas. But if we put it in normal mode, we'll get all the white there. So instead of putting it in multiply, I'll just put it in normal mode and do this. And the edge will be a bit worse for it, but we'll have much nicer texture all around, which we can use here on top, for example. Work great with the blend diff. Gonna give him some grace that I don't love. Yeah, because I'm losing on the whites. Okay. Change of plans. We are doing multiply, but we're putting a white layer below it. They're gonna paint some white below it and bring back these areas, right? And that way we can control like where we bring it back. We'll still get a nice edge. It'll be a bit nicer, I think. I found your Twitter randomly. How's randomly? Did it get recommended? Somebody retweeted it. I'd imagine it's Trevor most of the time. He's definitely the person with the biggest audience that has like retweeted me not only once but like many times. So. I like this. It's very... I think it's much... Ooh. Well, I'm messing with that. I think it might be much better than this inky, like, very flat texture that we were using. This makes it feel like a 3D thing, like something that's crawling on top of the wall. And once we add shadows and stuff, it'll increase that by a lot. The reason I haven't actually sat down to write this is I'm sure that someone will find it horny. I mean, that's inevitable. The monster fuckers are always out there. How do you write a horror without making it sound horny? There's just no way. When I first found your work, it looks so realistic. I thought it was a movie prop, thank you. That's really kind. And I recommend it for you. Okay. That makes sense, because I think like it's the horror Twitter community, I guess it's so interconnected, we like all follow each other and retweet each other. So the algorithm probably, if you follow one of them, will recommend all of the rest. Or if you follow a couple of them, it'll recommend many more. So the algorithm is probably like helping out in mysterious ways there. Who knows? The inevitability of monster fuckers. That's a true horror concept there. You cannot stop them. Most you can do is temporarily placate them. Is that a word? I think so. Okay, so this could be like the head of the creature. Right? It does feel like... I'm not gonna give it any definition. I'm not gonna like paint eyes and something, unless you want to, Sora. Like, feel free to, of course, redirect what we're doing at any time. But I think I'll kind of leave it formless like that, or shapeless, because our brains are very good at looking for heads and familiar things. So if you look at a monster coming at you, like, your brain is gonna try to figure out like what it is very quickly, and it might sit as, and you might go, oh, that's like a face, a distorted face or something like that, in many different ways. Like, I could see right now, like, this could be a closed eye, this could be an open eye, or this could be like a bit of a skull popping out from there. There's many ways you could like possibly interpret this, so I think I'll just leave that to the imagination. It's fun. I like leaving things to the imagination. It's like literally half of horror, if you think about it. Just letting people imagine things. That's often the scariest. Crazy killings talking. Fan types. What were? Oh, it's not like a series. That was like very weird and creepy, right? I mean, sit down and write it. Just like publish it or not, but do it for yourself. You don't need like fandoms to scare you away. Just write it for yourself and you'll decide later. Okay, I think this kind of works as a face. I'll probably mess with the white layer behind it, which is what gives it the volume. But that should kind of work. And I'm gonna do the same thing here. Just do another normal layer and okay, did I use this one? I don't think I did. All I'm gonna say is Slanish Chaos Spawn. What is that? For name may I recommend Hombre de Humo. La cosa esa y Hombre de Humo. They're friends. Does it have a name, by the way, sorry? Oh, yeah, I think you mentioned it doesn't. Hey, bear!
Today's weird fact about Spain. The Spanish tooth fairy is a mouse.
It is! El ratoncito Pérez. It's a... So instead of having a tooth fairy, as Bear mentioned, by the way, thank you. Thank you for the sub. I got so excited by his Spain fact. I forgot to thank you. Yes, we have El ratoncito Pérez, which is a little mouse that lives in a house in Madrid. It like literally has a home address. and I went there and they have a little door for it. It's super cute. And yeah, it's basically the equivalent of the Tooth Fairy. Just a mouse though. Oh, you also do that on Reddit? Oh, that's so cool. Does it also live in like some place in Madrid for you, or is it more of a non-specific? Tooth mouse, yeah. Literally. Where do I put this one? I'd like the tendrils. Those like circular looking tendrils to come from its back. I think that's pretty nice. Okay, we'll delete the layer mask and we'll kind of work backwards. So I obviously don't want it to go this far. I'll just cover this small area maybe. And perhaps with a little copy of it, cover this area which has kind of been left a bit barren. Alright, Quinn. You have a good night. Or evening. Or whatever it is. Mouse constantly travels and hides in high places, or whatever high holes you can find. I love that. Also, we're at 13k for the Photoshop myself thing. Gosh. Are you ready for tomorrow's football match? I don't follow football. So I don't even know if there's a match tomorrow. You're allowed to kill me for being a Spaniard that doesn't like football. Might be the only one. Who knows? And with football I mean soccer for the Americans. It doesn't have a name really. Then let's not give it a name. Let's keep it mysterious. And later, if you want, we'll figure out, or if you want to like workshop it now, that would be cool as well. We can try to figure out like the story to put around it, like we did for the other one. If you want me to post this one, maybe it's more a for you thing, which is fine as well. Okay, I'm gonna get another little part from this. Maybe this part. I'm gonna put it there. It'll make sense in a second. Right now it just looks like I'm painting a black blob, but hang on with me. Just add some white below it, and like magic, comes back out. Just adding a bit of texture there. I'm a disgrace to my country. I am. Oh my god, they're roommates. Down for figuring out the story? Hell yeah. trying to think if this is a bit too busy. Like, were you thinking something more wispy or dense like this? Because I was thinking of wispy at the beginning, but then I kind of started with these more dense, cloudy textures, and I'm kind of liking them, so it's starting to become more of a dense ink blob. Wispy as in like smoky, I guess. More, I was thinking initially using these textures more, but then when it came to the body, I'm kind of getting these dense textures, and I'm kind of liking them. So yeah, that's basically what I was asking, like if this is the density that you were thinking of, or if this... Oh, here it is. Or if you were thinking something more light, perhaps. It looks great. Hell yeah. Okay, I think I want to add some of these wispy or smoky textures, and covering more of an area, but in a more light way. So not something as dense as this. Kind of like it's spreading around, covering more space. So let's see which one we can use. This one is a bit dense. These two are dense as well. We didn't end up using them. We might use them for appendages or something. And this one I was thinking more for an appendage, because it's more dense. So maybe one of the ones we used already. Which one was... Oh, actually, the one we used at the beginning. That was kind of brownish. First, I'm gonna entirely reduce that brown, because it's kind of feeling out of place now. But this one is more lighter. I mean, English. So the idea here is to reduce the opacity. So it's not going to be as dense as I'm showing right now. It's covering the right area, but it doesn't feel like the right direction. It should be spreading away. Maybe I can use it just for this little bit here. Kind of like miasma or miasma. You get what I mean. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Kind of like spreading in all directions. Actually, this layer, since it has a lot of more dirtier background, if that makes sense, it could actually be good for that purpose. Kind of fill a bit of smoke in the area around it. Yeah, that's not half bad. Let's spread it down here also. I'm gonna take some different areas to kind of mix things up. Both pronunciations are correct. Nice. Got a double. Yeah, I don't want to go too far into here, because if we want to add La Cosa Esa, I'm thinking here, if you're okay with it, it would be more of a silhouette, because I mean it would kind of be like this tree. It made like the glowy eyes and stuff. Maybe like it's stalking us, because if I put it somewhere, yeah, I could put it close to the camera here, but then it would compete a lot with for the attention. Or I could put it like way back, but there's just gonna be a blob. So I think maybe behind this tree or around it. Looking in the background, you're thinking like way back in the mist. Also, we have a lot of layers at this point, which is fine. Well, let's compare that to the sketch. It's a bit higher than where you put it, but it's gaining physicality. I was also thinking this little tree here is kind of messing with the silhouette, I think. So what I'll do is take this and I just like straight up delete it. Cancel that tree. Goodbye. A few things as satisfying in Photoshop as just taking something and deleting it off the face of the earth. Having it leave no trace. So it's not gonna be perfect, but it's... the idea is to kind of fill the area a little bit and leave a cleaner background. So we don't get like mixed up silhouettes in there. It'd be a bit nicer to look at. Also got that very like annoying, I think it's a volleyball thing, or I'm not sure. We'll have to go around it. There, I mean that's not perfect, but it's definitely making it clearer, a bit easier to see. Yeah, the space between bush and the background, like around here, right? Silhouette and shimmer. It's used for volleyball. Another one I got right. Okay, let's see, any textures we didn't use. This one is going to be for an appendage, this one I didn't use. This one I did use, it's just a copy there. Same for that, same for that. Which one is this? There we go. Okay. So maybe this one. Put it back here. We'll flip it vertically. It's a little bit different. And the idea is to have this one be the like a very soft smoke coming out of it. Alright, so we're just gonna paint it very lightly. And try to fill up the space a little bit with those smoky tendrils. This space is used for non-training activities. Like a recreational park. A nice place for an anxiety monster to look. Try to find people escaping their woes for relaxation. I don't know, this one is more of a background thing. To make the air appear smoky. Good. Okay, so now we're going for appendages, and we're gonna try to add hands, and we'll see how like well formed and how human we should make the hands. But now I think I'll make the arms more like smoke, and we'll see how to do the hands. Okay, so I'll use this one first. Just this part here. So I mean, if we're gonna go more humanoid, maybe we can get actual arms and then kind of add smoke to them instead of the other way around. That could be an idea. Hold on, let me do a little something. Add a bend to this. It looks more like an arm that's coming out. Okay, let's see about arms. Jump into the browser. Oh, there's one tab appearing. Oh, there we go. We'll go to Transsplash, I think. Too powerful. Okay, let's look for just disembodied arms. And something that hopefully is in the right angle, right? So something that where the hand is facing away from us, so we see the back of the hand. So it's kind of like crawling along the wall. Something like this. This could be good. We obviously have a sleeve here, which kind of bothers us. But we can just use the front part and kind of mix the whole back part with smoke. And let's see, let's try to find another one. Okay, cool thing here is you're getting to look at a bunch of buff dudes, so that's a plus. You'll get on my stream. It's an arm on the right side. That's, with the delayed, it's probably a bit further up. Got one reaching here. This one's kind of reaching out. I don't know if it's the one you meant. This one could work. Got these two. Like different angles are good as well. So like one that's kind of sticking to the wall, one that's reaching out. Oh, this guy's already like... This guy already has a smoky texture on there. How cool is that? This one could be good as well. And this one too. I don't mind the texture. It's just... I just want the shape of it, mostly. Yeah, I mean, this guy tattooed himself to save us some work, which is very commendable of him. That's the same guy, it seems, or at least a very similar tattoo. It's a cool tattoo, I like that. These shapes there, very abstract, I like it. Okay, let's test out the ones we've downloaded so far, or we've opened up. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. I'll quickly pull them in here. Let's go back to Photoshop. Wait for them to come. There we go. Here they are. Let's try to reach out to the viewer. Yeah, it's a good one. Let's put these ones on for now and see how they do. So I like this one. I kind of crawl along the wall from below like that. It'll be attached to the little tendril we did already, for example. Okay, let's try to do a little cut here. Let's see, got the whole shadow in there. I don't love. Squish the anxiety ball. It's the monster equivalent of an anxiety ball. Trimming this guy's arm hair. Oh, I actually noticed. Let's see where I put this. I noticed a little corner here. There we go. Let's quickly find the layer above. Okay, I'm gonna make them a bit smaller so we can see the hand and the whole arm a bit better. This could do. Alright, wrong thing. There we go. So we obviously want to make it look the same texture as this, so we're gonna have to darken a lot. Like squish down the colors, or the values. Really vibing to the music today. Big props to Mello. Letting folks use this music. Okay, maybe we put this in something different to multiply so we can get some of the textures. Either that or combine multiply and normal, and we just add the normal where we need to combine things. That could work. Do something like this, kind of keep the shape. Kind of cool picture. That's already in grayscale. Yeah, of course. You're a great picture detective, Sarah. It's so quick finding pictures. See that. I'm laughing because I have used this image before. I think I am pretty sure. And I think it wasn't a mermaid. Hold on. Because I just had a flash of recognition. I think I did. Hold on. Is that the same hand? Yes, it is. That is the same hand, I just added textures and stuff to it, but the base is there. You see the one on the right on the photo? It is this hand. How fun is that? You found the same one. That could be a good use. They're probably better for this picture than for the mermaid. Guess it gave me a little bit of pain there, if I recall correctly. Hey, welcome back, Kata. Adding arms to these creatures. Get a better edge here. This is a very grainy texture. I'm gonna blur it out a little. Go wash that mug. Your anxiety monster creature, thank you. I mean, mainly thanks to Sora, who came up with everything. Just executing their will. So since we're gonna be adding a bunch of hands, I want to leave some space for the others. To make a decent background for streams. I think it'll be Plato de Cuarto Milenio. I love that. It is a good vibe. What are you planning on using it for? You're gonna do just chatting streams? Apart from the art ones? Okay, let's try another hand. We could use this one here. Like we do a plume of smoke and the hand is coming out. So it's a little bit towards the viewer. And this one... not like perfect for the angle. Yeah, coming out like this. I could just be coming out somewhere in the back. Kind of like the hands are coming out a bit from everywhere. Yeah, why not? Let's try that. So we'll do a couple copies of this. Do a quick selection of this. Photoshop is struggling a bit with his edge, so we have to help him. I'll leave the nails. Short bits of writing accepted as well? Sure. Whatever works. Okay, so maybe this one is sort of peeking out from the tendrils. Just like as a little detail. Yeah, good. Okay, let's see about the other one we mentioned. This one here. So I think I gotta flip it. And just use the hand itself. Okay, let's cut this little bit here. Okay, let's see. Will this work as a sort of hand reaching out towards you? I guess first it's gotta be on the front. Like so. A glass of milk to make my balls larger. Thinner and creepier. That is a good objective to have. Okay, let's see which bit of smoke will we use for this. We got so many. Maybe this one? Hold on, let me pull this one out here. I want something that can feel, that can work as a coming towards you kind of feeling. This one here maybe, like the center. Maybe we combine it with a different one as well to hopefully get the full effect. We'll copy this. Gonna get this whole area here. Does the top of the creature look like a xenomorph? Which part? Not a perfect cut here, but since it's gonna be on a background, I don't mind it as much. Also, do it like this. And this should be on the top. This one should maybe be a normal instead of multiply. It's not very... It's not the best. No, I think I'll forget about this one. Just do a little trick here. Where... Let's see. Come on. Photoshop is a bit sluggish. I think I got too many layers open. Which is annoying. I mean, the document is not that large. I think we're running on a lot of smart object layers, so That's probably slowing it down. Oh, one of the ones I was adding. Yeah. Which one was it? I lost it. There's so many. There's one of these, I think. Well, I don't recall, but I know what you meant. Yeah, it was this one actually. Yeah, it does have a xenomorph feel. Yeah, it's big. The idea, I'm kind of trying to put things together, so you'll see what I mean in a minute. So far I added this one and this one. It's just there in the background. Being sneaky. So the idea was to sort of combine all these in some way. Since we basically only have the hand to work from here. Trying to see what happens if I chained a couple of these little smoke balls together to form something more arm-like, I guess. Just experimenting here. Oh, this one. We can go smaller with this. You were thinking like smaller tendrils or smaller hands. Thank you, Bathelsa. Oh. What am I painting with here? As always, painting on the wrong layer. Typical me. Okay, maybe a bit I add a bit more smoke on the hand itself. But the idea was to have it sort of reach out towards us. I think we can justify it making it a little bit bigger. Yeah, they're more human size in that sense. Okay, let's make a little bit smaller there. Oh. Missed. Oh, there we go. The shadow. Coming back and forth. Yeah, that's fine. Don't worry. Oh. Gonna make this into a group. Okay, now all this whole thing looks a bit bright. So I'm gonna try to reduce that. Just messing with the levels a little bit. Nothing major. There are always chill vibes here. Always. An important part of this stream. A bunch of new music loaded up. It's actually from a League of Legends things. League of Legends. I've never played League of Legends, but they recorded. I guess they commissioned a bunch of musicians to do a lo-fi album, and they released it so any streamer or content producer can use it. So yeah, took advantage of that, even though I've never played the game. Anything free, I will take. Okay, gonna fuse them here a little bit. Should look better. And then on top of this hand, I want to add a little smoke, because right now it's looking very like, I don't know, like it's skin, which I guess it is, but you see the rework they made of Fiddlesticks. What is Fiddlesticks? No idea. Explain yourself. That's a good sign. Thank you for saying that. I haven't seen Hannibal, so I would not know. I want the silhouette of the hand to be visible, though. It's the most important thing here. God, I always do it the other way. I always paint with the wrong tool. It's a problem of making all your movements and shortcuts very mechanical over the years, that you'll just do things and change tools without realizing as you're going fast. It happens to me a bit too much. Okay, smoke on the hand. So I want to reuse this. I'm gonna clip it on top of the hand. do a bit of that. Also, after I do this, I'll clean up some layers because I need to lighten up this whole document. It's getting very large. Fiddlesticks is a character. He was supposed to be a scarecrow. It was kind of lame. Oh, interesting. Hold on, let me look that up. Fiddlesticks, like remake, I guess. Rework, remake. Oh, it's cool. I like him. That's a nice concept. Yeah, I've been meaning to watch Hannibal for a long time. It's one of those things you never get around to, I guess. Oh, thanks for the save reminder. And here I kind of mess with the outline of the hand to blend it into the background with that texture I just added. Yeah, I think it looks non-human enough, but it's still like consistent. So that's more or less what we wanted to go for. Okay, that's 3 hands. And now, as I promised, I'll make things a bit more orderly, because so it's how reaching out. A bunch of hidden layers that I'll just delete. These are all my hand layers. So this is gonna be, and though it's just one layer, it's gonna be hand back. This one I will not reuse. This one? I don't think so either. That might be good for an arm, actually. Okay, I'll keep it for now. It is no longer available on Netflix, and they show it so dark. Oh, I hate when they do that. They do that a lot with horror. It's shooting so dark you can't see anything. It's, I don't know, very annoying. Something in Dark Horse comic does have that feel. You want the hands to be smaller. I mean, they can be smaller. But you're gonna run into readability. Kind of the payoff. I mostly want them to reach out enough that you can see the silhouette well. Let me blend this hand, or the arm, a bit with the background. Makes it look more like a big humanoid creature instead of a blob. Might be right. Maybe it's like that shoulder. That's very humanoid. So maybe if we just pop out the arm directly. Like so. Also, once we add more arms, that might alleviate that a bit. Because I guess a single arm is easier to read as humanoid. But if you got a bunch, you know, we'll start to muddle that a bit. So let's see. Let's go into this one, which is the guy that already had liquid patterns on there. Let's see if the angle works though. Okay, let's see about that selection. It is a very good arm. I wish I had that arm. I think I had some black squiggly lines. What do you mean with that? Like to the arms themselves? Angle it a bit. Let's see, but that's gonna look a bit flat. See, one of the problems there is the more human arms you use, like as a base, instead of just using smoke and tendrils, it's going to look more humanoid to us. So I think the solution there is just to make it very messy. Maybe we even flip them, things like that. know if that'll work flipped. No. Maybe like so. Can I like remember how you do the hair? Can I sketch lines? You mean like coming out of the arms? Huge HD muscle arm just flexing. Could do that. Just flex on him. Okay, we can do that, Sora. Yeah, that's a good idea. Kind of like break up the silhouette a bit. We can use some of these tendrils that we already have, or we can draw some. Oh no, you're not. Don't worry. I don't like that. Okay, let's add some smoky textures. I think these ones look good. Hold on, I'll just get them from hand wall here. Now expand them a little bit towards the other side as well. Okay, stressing over here because I'm helping something with all my torches. You can help them first, don't worry. You can just pop in here and whenever you're done. Don't feel like you have to be there at all times, don't worry. I might remove the puppet work there. Yeah, that may help. Photoshop's kind of chugging. I think that's all the smart objects we're using. Which is fine. So how are you feeling with something like this? It's a bit more, like I hit a bit more the human parts of it, so. until it looks less human. I'll also do that to this one. Actually got a couple. Let me try them. I got a bunch of textured brushes that I never use. I think I got one. This one, that's kind of like energy. Just to show you guys how it looks. Kind of does this, you know, so you can paint something like smoke or flames or beams of energy with it. Might be useful for painting smoke here. Instead of relying on the same textures over and over. I'll save us some hassle. Thing is, we can't show as much like 3D-ness with it, unless we start like mixing colors and like fancy stuff. Oh no, you're not. You got a CP. Can we see? Oh, it's a little poem. Hold on. Oh, it's Wondrous Ivory. Jealous soul is I, forever in a war of failure. I mean, I'm not good. I'm just gonna tell you if I like it or not, because I can't tell you a lot about poetry or writing in general. Okay, this is referring to SCP-6000, right? It's nice. It's nice. I like the reference. How it comes back to the story. It feels like it adds to it a little bit. Kind of. I might be just English being my second language, but is mancer just as a word something that can be said? So you can say like necromancer, things like that. But can you just say mancer? Comments are in the first stanza. I don't know what the stanza is. That is why I'm not good at poetry. Oh yeah, that first coma. Yeah, I feel like it could be removed without losing anything. So you create a liberty for it to fit the rhyme. Min mensa, right? For it to fit like the structure. I don't know, maybe there's a better word though. Not that I can't come up with it. It's not my expertise. I'm sorry I can't give you more. It's poetry is really out of my area of comfort. Something I know a lot about. Not even in Spanish. Oh, and thanks for the reminder. Okay, let's see if we can add some shadow to this. Let's see. It's kind of weird with shadows in cases like this, because we're working with something that's kind of like gas, but kind of like solid. Depends on where. So let's see how it looks. Just kind of go with what feels right, which is usually what I do in any case. But a lot of Photoshop is basically just instinct, as in we all have this part of our brain that can easily know if something is fake or not. So when you're creating something fake, you gotta like try to engage that very intuitive part of that your brain. It's not really something you can reason. All the time it's just like, this feels right, this doesn't feel right. That kind of reasoning. Okay, let's see. What about this hand? We can pop up from the top there. Let's see. Please don't run out of money, Sora. Alright, good day. Have a good night. I see you here for the next one. So thinking somewhere here. But this one's very horizontal. It doesn't have a lot of angle to it. So 95% complete, you guys. Oh gosh. So close, yet so far. Okay, where should we put this one? I think in terms of hands, we can maybe add this one. And then maybe fill the rest with a bit more tendrils, more like this one's. I think that's that has less form to it. And complete it. Doesn't fit right to the wall though. Thinking, I mean, this one is the best fitting. This one has the right angle. Maybe I can reuse this one somehow. Just change stuff with it and hopefully change it enough that it doesn't register as two different things. Let's see. Flip this one. Oh, I meant to flip it vertically. That's fine. And this one works the best, clearly. I'm thinking somewhere here towards the back would be nice. Someone's playing Michael Jackson's Thriller, just randomly. It's oddly fitting, that's true. I was thinking maybe a flip it, but then the angle won't be right now. Just blasting some Michael Jackson in the back. I'm sure he's having fun. Let's make this one a bit smaller. Okay, then let's try to add tendrils. Kind of go in this direction. Towards us, towards the viewer. Let's see, I guess I got a bunch here. I think these, yeah. That's what I was looking for. Oh yeah. That'll help. Okay, so I want to add like maybe a group coming from here and then a few coming from here. To kind of mix in with the arms. And the more human version. Now let's choose where we add it in. So I'm just looking for more tendril-like things. I'm not really looking for it to cover this area and make it more confusing. Oh yeah, Kala's VTuber is very good. Fun little Cyclops. If I ever make the VTuber more permanent part of the stream, or more frequent, yeah, I'll commission one. Trying to add emotes and outfits. You can do that like someone uses an emote and it changes the outfit, or even like as two separate things. It's really not registering my keystrokes and it's annoying me. Photoshop, come back to me. Won't you die on me? Let me get into VTuber mode. Yeah, absolutely. Let's get kind of some work. Yeah, Photoshop just sometimes likes to spend a ton of RAM. Let's see how much it's spending right now. We're good actually. Just chugging a bit. As long as it doesn't start using all my CPU or RAM. In which case you gotta like reload it entirely, or it'll crash. As long as it doesn't start doing that, I'm good. It's just a little bit annoying when it goes slow. So I want it to go fast. Did we add more tendrils? Or is this cover enough? Let's see, let's try it on with like full filters and stuff. Girlfriend VTuber is a magical frog girl. I love that. You know, Sora likes frogs. Frog related content. I might darken this a little bit. Yeah, your Twitter says it all. There's no need for explanations. Yeah, we need a little shadow. I'm gonna give it some blues to make the picture appear cold. It's kind of the vibe that it gives me with the haze, and it looks like a cold morning. Okay, let's add that shadow I was mentioning. You can share it with us in secret, Kala. Only we will know. Oh, I can't wait for this. It's so important. Definitely better. I just realized my camera is way too high. It's like it was like popping out like this. Okay, how are we feeling about this? Is it too blobby? Not blobby enough? Not blobby enough? I mean, it's looking kind of messy, but I guess that's the idea as well, so... Yeah? You're liking it? Good. Okay, should we add Lagosasa in the background? For those that don't know, context here. This is the second part to this edit. Actually, we're going for a very similar color scheme, so that is good. They'll go very well together. Is there a weird empty spot on the right side? Like there? Or this part there? It's more like lit up, but... You mean this? You can darken it a touch. Lagosasa is my husband. Oh, sorry. Maybe it's your wife. Did you ask its gender? Come on. I'm not taking any questions. I mean, Lagosasa is like a feminine term, right? In Spanish, which is a gendered language, but we didn't really give it any gender. It is canonically MB. It is. Did I do what you meant? Hold on. Oh, that area. Well, that's what I just did, right? I think that covers it. Yeah, maybe it went a bit too hard with the white layer I added. And the little weird things I do. Canonically non-binary, I love it. I'm glad you're liking it so far. Okay, let's see that little shimmering part with the filters. I'll just copy them over. Yeah, I think it's a bit less distracting. You can add a bit more of a sense of general lighting. So our lighting here is very... It's coming from the back here. I guess this part would be a bit more lit up. Right, so I'm just gonna make a clipping layer on the whole group, which, oh no, it's gonna mess with things. No, not clipped. I shouldn't clip that layer. Sometimes it does that. With specific types of layers, you group them, then you clip something on top of them, and everything goes to hell. For some reason. I don't know the explanation. Just gotta avoid it. That is fair. A good point. Also, like, more creatures in general should be treated as non-binary, or like it kind of bothers me a little that everybody treats every monster or creature or thing they see as he. It's like a very common thing. Like, come on, we need a little more variety. Like always he unless explicitly stated. Like, even in English, I'd expect people to do that in Spanish, because it's the prevalent thought. But in English, we got like perfectly common and usable neutral pronouns. Yeah, I'm with you on that. Like, even things that are explicitly... Like, for example, if you see the Bigfoot and what's the Patterson Gimli film? Or Ghibli? No, Ghibli's it's the animation studio. Patterson Gimli, I think it is. The classic video of the Bigfoot walking, right? It has like huge tits, and still everybody for some reason refers to Bigfoot as he, with one of the most prominent one that's been described is like literally so coded as female, and it's ridiculous because no other apes have that. It's a weird detail, but it actually tells a lot. So that's the cryptozoology nerd in me has come out, I'm sorry. The only description of a Bigfoot, or the most recent description of a Bigfoot with a drawing that existed before the Patterson Gimli film, had breasts. So when they designed the suits, because it's a suit, let's admit it, let's call it what it is, they based it on that drawing. Because apparently somebody had seen it and described it as having breasts, I guess. Or just the artist was very horny. Just gave their cryptid breasts. It's very strange when you start thinking about it. People... I love that plot twist. It's spooky. Artist being horny? No. Must be a misunderstanding. Okay, give it a bit of lighting. I think That helps not make it a super dark blob. Make it fit into the environment with the lighting we got. That's coming from here. I think we need a bit more yellow on the lights. And we'll get to the Lacosaiza in a minute. Just like editing it with the filters on, because they're gonna change a lot. So I like to do it that way sometimes. Get a bit more yellow in those highlights. Balance that blue out a bit. It's a bit more dreamlike. I guess I went a bit hard on the blues and stuff, but kind of goes well with this. It's like blues, greens, and yellow lights. So I'm gonna try to keep them more or less equal in that term. It's crazy how much like this changes, this final filter. That's why more and more I'm trying to put it more towards the beginning and work with that filter since the beginning, because it'll kind of change the whole vibe, whole mood. Okay, now let's try to draw Lacosaiza. I'm kind of trying to draw them from memory. Because we got a reference here, I'll actually cut it. Because if I use reference too much, I'll end up doing the same pose. I don't want to do that. So we'll have it here, but it'll be close. We'll bring some of the textures. I don't know if it'll need a lot of texture, actually. Might get away with just drawing it, which is a bit weird for me. I like to use textures, but... Thank you, Spookik. I'm actually... Gosh, I gotta work on the next part. I still haven't gotten around to it. I got the idea in my head of what I want to do, but I still haven't like found the pictures and still didn't sit down to get to it. Like, let's just paint a blob, I think, and well, there's not like a lot of poses to do with this, because let's get the pencil. It's kind of a quadruped. You say quadruped? How prominent should we make it? Because we can make the whole body here, or we can make it like pop out a bit, just have the upper body and the head. I need to see how I did the neck, because that was a weird one. Oh, crouching. Yeah, more of a bipedal pose. It's probably gonna be more fun. Munching on paper. I like that. Like, kind of like a dog sitting down, with legs like that. Kind of has really long feet. Don't know how it would put them down. So I don't want to make it sit down like a baby, more like a cat, you know? Kind of like the front legs here and the hind legs like this. That's the idea. I'll just reiterate that I'm very bad at drawing. I always say it, but you know, just in case you knew, my drawing is not very good. That's why I do Photoshop. So the sketch will look like shit. It usually does. and then we'll kind of inch closer to something that looks better. Yeah, we could look up a cat. No, I can look them up here. I can do a cat for reference. Very cute cat. Next thing I'm gonna upload on Twitter is gonna be bug related. Ooh. Can we get a teaser? Got a lot of very cute cats. I don't tend to be a cat person myself. Thank you for the follows, Kick. How often do I stream? Lately I'm doing just weekends. I guess that's when I can. I wish I could do more though. I guess this one is probably the closest one to what I'm looking for. It's not exactly gonna be the same. It's gonna be more like a human crouching down. We don't have the same proportions. Like the arms are much longer. It'll be like coming from above. Oh, this one might be a good pose. Let's see. That's good as well. Go on the other screen here, so I don't fill up the whole screen. Basically let's keep it simple. Vampire bug with versus vampire alien. Come on, now I'm intrigued. I need to know more. Let's see. Oh yeah, that second one is very good. It kind of feels like Osasa is sitting this one out. It's like, oh, the other one arrived. I guess I'll just watch this one. Kind of like in between a crouching human and a cat. Gotta hit that balance. Make this a bit smaller. These ones that I'll in their exams later. Do you think it feeds on exams? Like the literal shits of paper? I like that. Maybe we can put like a sheet of paper like this. Just munching on it. Jump. legs should go a bit... Whoa, what did I do? Did I put it in soft light? Unintended shortcuts. What? Oh, okay, I'm stupid. Mixed up a few layers. That is a shortcut I did. There we go. Such a good Cossack. Deserves a little pat on the head. That is us patting it on the head. That is our collective hand. Just giving it a good little pat. I love it. Ending in your homework to distract it while you escape. Forearms are hard. You go for the same type of hands. It's kind of doing like this, walking on the fingers. It is very proud of itself. It didn't really do. It's made them kind of sharp, but not really like specifically super close to claws or anything. It's like hands are hard. It's easier to draw monster hands though, and especially if it's gonna be a silhouette like this. Or we're barely gonna see them because there's gonna be a whole shadow there. They might get a bit of a silhouette of them more than anything. It's 4 and there's a 5th. That would be down here. We won't see it. Some people tear down their exams once they pass a subject. I like that. So during exams it attacks, but during graduation it kind of is appeased. Goes back to its hidey hole. It's a bunch of scrapped paper for a while. I like where this leg is coming from. So yeah, I'm basing it off the cat, but the cat has like a very smooth and furry area here, so we don't really see the shape of the leg too much. It's more like a skinless cat, perhaps. Keep the sketch. I will. We'll keep it in a separate layer so it doesn't get lost. Do you have the feet? The feet is kind of... Well, in this crouching pose, it wouldn't stand on the tippy toes like this. That would make a lot of sense. So we just get a more general shape like that. Same for these foots, and feet are hard as well. Guys, anatomy is hard, don't draw. The only solution is not to play. Only winning move. I remember trying to draw a lot of anatomy when I was studying it. You know, so I was like, this will help me draw as well. And it was pain. And I mean, this part we won't really see. It'll be in shadow. So it kind of has this quill-like You'll see it like this, most likely. Not so strongly, but like a strong clavicle. Oh, thanks for the reminder. Look up human reference. Oh, let's see that. Oh, a Sphinx cat is good reference too. A woman squatting. Yeah, I guess the difference with cats is the shoulders are... well, they're not very broad at all in cats. Like, the whole lower body is a bit closer, but... I guess the thing with this fella here is they're somewhere in between human and animal. So I want to go with some elements of both. And I'll save this in a separate layer so we get the head with the little pats. And for this one, since I need to redraw the head a bit, I'll have to remove that. Possibly for the final one. I like a squat's neck. Oh. There we go. No, we wouldn't see that much of their neck. Of their back, I mean. Maybe like a big popping from here. Looked up squatting on Pixelfame, found 2 frogs. I like that. And they are master squatters, so... Are they wrong on putting them into that category? I think not. Okay. Like strong clavicle, and we'll do the eyes later. Of course, they would be here, and we'll see how much is visible of the face. Once we do like the whole silhouette. Back too much. Yeah, I think I went a bit too human there. That's a bit better. I think that neck and lower back is where a lot of the difference is between La Cosesa and a regular human. I mean, do you ever get neck pain from studying? I do get it a lot because you're looking at books unless you have like something to prop them up. So the short neck of La Cosesa is probably a representation of neck pains from studying. And the mangled back as well. Okay, let's do that silhouette. The flow. It's used to a terrible neck position. Oh no. But I getcha. Constantly having to readjust my posture when studying. because I get terrible pains if I don't, like after a while. It just kind of builds up, I guess. Easels, that's the word. Atril, right? I have one. My brother got into woodworking for a while, and he made me one. It's like kind of clunky, but does a trick. It has helped quite a bit. Buy it. Okay, try to get the hands here. I don't think I have to be super precise, because a lot of people get lost when I add shadows and stuff. There we go, got a creepy silhouette. So now, the shadow. Especially though, painting with an eraser. Of course I won't paint anything. Oh no, gotta. That sounds painful. There it is, just squatting. Okay, let's maybe... I'll save this. And let's open the other one. Those are my wrists. I mean, I always have a problem with this wrist. That's how I feel, yeah. I got this little cyst. Actually, you'll probably see it. It's a bit hard to see on camera. But it kind of pops up like that. And sometimes it goes towards the inside instead of going towards the outside, which doesn't bother me, it's just aesthetic. But when it goes towards the inside, it's very annoying. It's like a... Okay, let's see. There's the creature. There's a cat. There's the cat we use. Let's see. Little part of a cat. It will do nicely. Let's choose the other layer. With an auto select. My body's developed cysts. Many reasons. Depends on where. How do you create cysts so much? I feel ya. Why are this weird? Oh. I think it's this. Filter mask? Yeah. What was that? Okay, let's see. Say hi to the kitty. mean, we'll do a similar thing to what we did last time. Just in a bit less detail, because this will be more of a silhouette. But I still want to add some folds and stuff. I think it's more fun like that. Yeah, over assists are very common. And the neck, it depends. There's a lot of assist like things that can appear on the neck. Actually you can't see the scar too well because they hit it very nicely. But I got assists taken out of right here. I actually technically got one more bone than most people. Because right here in the corner is a tiny bone that looks like a horseshoe, and it is the only floating bone of the body, so it's not connected to any other bone. It's just connected to the muscles that do this and to the muscles that do that, right? It is a hyoid bone. Hyoides. And when they did this surgery, they had to remove the cyst and it went through the bone, so they had to cut the middle of it and just leave, if it looks like this, they cut the middle of it and just left the little two branches there, which turned this one bone into two. So I got one more bone than most people. is my point here. Technically. Cursed vile facts. I mean, I'm sorry to come here and curse you with knowledge, but... Okay, let me put the sketch back on top. I think it's layer 17 here. Go. So the folds here kind of fit nicely. Maybe I'll pull them up a little bit so they fit with the neck a bit better. Have Ehlers-Danlos. Oh, that is a rare one. You can do the foldy skin thing. I mean, that's basically the closest you can get IRL to a superpower, so... the back. We're going for the legs. I love that the picture is called cute here in the file name. This cute.jpg. So this will be for the leg. I really love this method of building a creature out of bolt cat parts. It is a method. No, a deaf YouTuber who has it, and she had to get surgery. Oh really? The iguana skin thingy. Just elastic. Very nice. I never seen it called the iguana skin thingy. I love it. Yeah, I want to go too hard here because it is a silhouette. So if I detail it too much, it'll start to pop out a lot of the picture from the picture, and that's not what we want to do. We want to keep that contained a bit. Don't go too hard. Maybe we'll get a bit of just general texture around the wrists and stuff. The ass. I'm just doing it like this. Yeah, joints are the most common problems. It's like something that generally affects your whole connective tissue, so it'll affect the joints. Sometimes the blood vessels as well. Dinano, thank you for the follow. Okay, a bit for the top of the head. A bit for the leg here. For the foot, sorry. Some for the top of the head, and I think that'll be the last main texture we'll need to add. I think, we'll see. You kind of want to hang out. I don't know if I would recommend that, but, you know, you do you. Okay, I got the sketch here on the very top. I'll remove it, and I'll actually do one thing. I will add it with a Gaussian blur, so it helps us kind of draw the shapes a bit, and just using that as a base with a soft brush. Let's go edit, paint some shadows where needed, just in the general central area, which is where light gets too well. Shadow just below it. Just sitting there like a kitty. Teach me more in Spanish. So you already know cosa? Can we translate here? Because blob would be a good translation for blob. Una bola? Maybe? Una masa. I'd say una masa. Oh wait, we're 97% of the challenge. Oh gosh. I forgot that. La masita feliz. Okay, little details. The hair, which we wouldn't see a lot of. It's more of a... just for the area here where it's more lit up. There's a mosquito. Annoying. I'll getcha. Okay, and then shiny eyes for sure. That's something we need to do. So we just draw the shape first. Then we copy and we do a Gaussian blur. There we go. Make them shiny. And then I want to add that little glare, which in this case would do like this, I believe. Ooh, very, very strong. Not getting them to cross right. Hold on. Look, I'm not good at crossing lines, okay? It's supposed to be an easy thing, but... oh. It should be the same layer. Merge. Okay. It's a bit too strong, I think. Just a little glimmer there. Okay, let's see. It's looking very dark. So I think we're at the point where we can just combine everything and just work with the combined. Just gonna call it La Cosa. We're gonna copy it. And what is this layer 20? Oh, that's a hair. So we're gonna merge that. Keep making it to smart objects. First thing we need to do is blur it a bit. Like 1.5, and then on the blur, on top of the blur, we'll actually, what's gonna do? Sharpen. So as you can see, this has been blurred plus sharpened. Usually a nice little trick. If you want to get that low res feeling. And it's obviously too dark. So what I want to do... Okay, it's a real quick thing here. So I'll put it in black and white. Just so I can easily see what I'm going for here. And see 41. So 41 is the output. That's a lot. I guess it makes sense. It's very gray. It feels like it needs a bit of color. Maybe from the background. Like a bit of green. A bit of that, maybe with a color layer. Or maybe I'll do it. Yeah, a color layer will do. I'm thinking we can move it right behind this leaf, these leaves there. So we can do a quick thing just to see if it'll blend. No, it'll start messing with things. Okay. So we're doing this, we're sampling all layers. I'll try to get a good selection of this, hopefully. It's not great. Damn mosquito, nearly caught it. It was right next to my head, my face. There we go. Welcome back. I've been trying to blend La Cosa. Gotta put it slightly behind these leaves there, just for better blending. Okay, so I'm gonna move that up all the way. Let's see if it blends. Oh, we need a bit of a better edge. That better, bit better. But I will do something to it. Come on. Good with these colors. What? I opened my mouth and everything did like, not a crack, but it might be just your joint here. it can crack sometimes. Not usually a reason to worry. Unless you start having pain when it cracks, and it can be annoying. But just a little crack it's nothing. You will live. Yeah. ATM, we say in Spanish. Articulación temporomandibular. Okay, let's see with the color, because I think it'll help blend things. I'm here trying to add color, but then I'll add the filter on top of everything, so it might be nothing. I think we can go a bit lighter, actually. Oh, it's a wisdom tooth then. Lodged in. Ouch. What did I do for the noise? I wanted to get noise large enough that it'll cover like the base noise of the picture, which is pretty large. I think I'll go with roughness more than anything. No, I like the colors better before. It was more blue. It was like 13, I think. I'll go to color mixer. Those oranges and yellows, a bit more prominent maybe. No reds. I feel like this been a bit further back. Probably have a little bit more mist on it, right? Okay, I'll also do a bit of curves and give those shadows some green, maybe. Just a touch. The Alien creator. Thank you for the follow. You want to do paper munching? We won't be seeing a lot. We maybe see like a little bit of paper coming through here. This part is so in shadow, but we can add it to the silhouette. Couldn't come up with the word. What's up with my phone? It's acting up. Is it out of battery? Phone just died randomly. It's turning on like, well, I don't know. Maybe it was updating or whatever. You know how to make logos in Photoshop. It's not my real area of expertise there. I've made occasional things, but honestly, you're better off with things like Illustrator for logos. Since you can make vectors and you can scale up things infinitely without worrying about pixels. Photoshop is a nice place where you can throw in a logo that you already made in vector or in any other way and do cool things with it, like add effects or make it as if it was printed on a sheet of paper, or you know, many different things. Depends on what you want. What I would recommend is getting a tutorial, because there's tutorials for very specific effects, and those are usually pretty good. So I'm putting them in the mist. Should I have them be further back? I don't want to make them too small, because then they'll be hard to see. Inkscape as well. Yeah, that's a good one. Now, you can also sketch them on Photoshop. They'll probably help you. Oh, I misspelled reaching there. It just got suddenly bothered by the hand. What it is. This one. I don't think it's a position. I think it's a blending in general. Too dark, I think. Oh, the paper munching. Let's see. Add this on the top. Paint it as a silhouette. Oh no. Gosh, there we go. Basically like we did before with frilled edge. I want to make it look like it's smoking. That would be funny. Hey, Cryptid. How are you doing? Yeah, basically. Good old. Classic stream things. We're trying to make it look It's kind of hard because it's a silhouette. I try to make it look like it's munching on a paper. Does that look enough like a paper? Oh, this is hard. You know, just regular stream stuff. Creating monsters. Undermining the laws of nature. Regular. I don't know if this is too visible, sorta, but it'll be for us. Yeah, we can mess with the colors. Let's make it saturate a bit. It doesn't have a lot of color on it. I'm really saturating to see what color I'm painting with. Let's see, let's go for yellow. More like green. There are the yellows. Close some paper shades. Yeah, I can recycle the ones from the other picture. They'll do fine here. Cheese ice cream. Hell yeah. That sounds dope. Okay, I think all the papers are here. Oh, they're behind. There they are. Just crudely painted papers. Yeah, let's move them around. Oh, they're actually one single layer. It seems like. Yeah, those are just shadows and stuff. So I'll merge them. Make them way smaller. Start in the back. Oh yeah, I can paint it like spray painted, since it won't be visible on the papers here. Let's add... That's just like 2 or 3. There you go. That's what you do with paper. You recycle it. In this case, from picture to picture. Okay, we'll try to spray paint it somewhere in the wall where it's not like super annoying. Let's see if I have a good spray paint style brush. Let's see. Got so many here at this point. Maybe one of these ink ones might do. They're like fairly textured. No, that doesn't look like spray paint enough. The tree's not gonna be too visible because it's such much in shadow. A bit hard. Let's see. Use like splatter brushes. Got a bunch of textured ones here. Airbrush. Maybe that'll do. Not the best airbrush. See, I keep downloading brushes and then I don't use them, so I don't know where to find things. What we can do is find something spray painted, like, or just graffiti in general. Try to find one where I can easily isolate a single line. Hold on, browser. Oh, Joker. We do live in a society. Okay, something like this is what I'm looking for. I'm trying to look for a clean line. This eye could kind of work. Yeah, let's use this. Let's see if there's any clear ones here. I think this will do. I mean, it's orange, but we'll change the color. We'll make it black, I think. Bit more subtle. Let's see. Pop it in here. It's silver wood, but I don't think it will matter at this size and how it's gonna get blurred. I think we'll be fine. Close down a few layers. Okay, I think I'll use this first. And that'll be our base. I'll use this one a couple times and then get one more texture from another part. And that should do. Hold on. Layer mask. Something that adapts to the wall a bit. Yeah, the little details in the texture won't really matter. Okay, what I want to do here, which is important, get the, I guess these are the reds technically. There we go. I'll desaturate them entirely. That's great. Reduce the lightness, and now we have black spray paint. And I guess for the rest, these are yellows. Okay. So, the brightness quite a bit, which will help differentiate things. I think we can put this in multiply, and then that's the other way around. bring us here. All right. Hopefully the wood texture doesn't come through too strong. We'll see. Once we blur and stuff, it'll probably be good. Actually, from a distance, right now, it looks alright. Okay, so the idea would be to use this. Flip it. And use this part here, actually flip it again. Vertically this time. Move this little thingy. And then maybe you actually pick this part to do the other line. Oh, I think my chat went out for a minute. Oh yeah, my chat went out for a minute. Sorry, I missed a few messages. Sorry. That is sometimes something that happens with OBS. Hold on. Oh, there we're back. I think I should self-promote as a picture detective. That could be good. You can probably find some uses for that. Like, fact-checking on the internet is very important. Have good chances of tracking back the original author of a picture. Yeah. Anxiety Blob is a good name. Yeah, I think chat is back on my OBS. It sometimes goes out like that. It's a bit annoying. I think if you market it right, there's definitely like a huge use for that on the internet, where you never know where something comes from, and you know what you could do is open an account for fact-checking stuff like independently, like Hoaxeye and that kind of thing. And you know, it might take some time to kind of get it up to like build a following just from that, but if you manage that, you can probably actually sell it. Like, if you have a little name built for yourself at doing it. Because like, I know you can do it. You know you can. But it's about selling it. If you sell it right, you got it. You're right on the money. Could I fact check? I mean, I think it's just about trying, and maybe start an account on Twitter or whatever social media. This is just brainstorming here, but you follow a bunch of one of those super fake content farms type of accounts, and you start like fact checking them, and you start like quote tweeting them. And I can help you get some traction. I know a few of these accounts. I know Fake History Hunter at least. could we put this where it's less intrusive? Be up here. Of course, we'd need to switch the perspective, but better down here, I think. And then we need to multiply. I think that's one of those accounts is probably a good way of selling your skills. And of practicing, actually, because you'll get a lot of practice by using it, by doing it. If you do it, let me know. I want to follow you. And see your adventures in fact checking. Because I guess it would act like a bit of a resume. Like, I fact-checked all these things. Like, I can do this, you know? Like, living proof. There we go. It's there. It's subtle. I mean, like, starting with things like maybe you can. Okay, so there's a lot of fact-checking things. Maybe you can, like, find a niche that nobody's kind of covering, and you remember that account, that content farm account that stole a bunch of artist content, or, you know, the one we helped track down a bunch of art for. Maybe you can be the stolen art detective, something like that. Yeah, the picture is missing the filter. Just this filters, they get added on the whole picture. So I gotta combine the whole picture and add it there. That's why I do it on top and I leave it for the end. Okay, we go to color grading. Try to find a bit more yellow there. I kind of like where we're at with the hands, because you can see that they're hands, but they don't feel like human arms coming out. It just, I don't know. I think it blends in enough that it doesn't distract or make it look too humanoid. I think Lakosai there blends well. It doesn't pop out to me too much as it did before when it was a bit darker. think a blob here looks nice. Then okay, let's do a flip. See if we notice anything weird or different. No, it works on the flip. Like I could degrade it physically a bit more, add more, you know, artifacts to it and stuff. But I think in keeping with this other one, I'm just gonna do a very similar thing so they can like stand next to each other, right? I think that's kind of the point. I could go different, but I feel like I'm right on the money there with the color balance. I'm comparing here all the brights and midtones and stuff. Obviously there's a different balance here. This picture is just generally darker because of how it is, of how the lighting is hitting, than this one. But overall I think we're pretty close there. When you flipped it, this a sort of portal. No, it also kind of looks like it's eating into the building a bit, which I think, I mean, we can make it pop out more. I think it might be a nice touch. Kind of like it's devouring the building as it goes. So they're tag teaming here. I would not want to be in this situation. I think on the oppressiveness angle that we're looking for, I think it's like stressful enough. Anyway, I will send it to you. You can live with it. Which do how do you mean that? Anyway, I will send it to you so you can look at it closely without the quality from the stream taken away from it. Let's see something that fits in Discord. There we go. I don't think it looks too much like a portal. Maybe it's like at most something that's eating into the building. Which we can here. I actually had it prepared, a soft light layer, where we can add a bit of final lights and shadows. We add a bit of light to it, a bit of shadow to the background, which is just below it. We can maybe make it feel more 3D, more like it's popping out. Obviously we're taking a bit away from that pitch black darkness, but it might be for the better if that helps sell the three-dimensional quality. I think that helps, right? I just popped it out of the ground a bit. Yeah, I think that's for the better, for sure. We could flip it too, and it gets a new view on it. I don't do this often, but I can even turn things around. That helps sometimes. Not kidding. It's anything. Getting a new angle on things can help a lot. Anyway, I'll send you this version, and very original with the names. It's called Encarrosados. Okay. Here. There we go. Keep in mind that Discord also compresses things a bit. So it might not look exactly the same, especially some of the colors get changed by Discord sometimes. I mean, it looks alright. It looks, didn't compress it too much, at least at a simple glance. So yeah, it should be accurate enough. And yeah, and let me know if you want any changes and stuff, and we'll keep working on it out of stream if you want. Yeah, I'm happy with this. I think it came out very nice. I've never done this sort of blobby creatures, so this is a bit of a first for me, but I'm happy with it. I could do the blob from the Blob, the Blob movie. Have you guys seen the Blob movie? Well, one of them. There's one from the 1950s, which I haven't seen, but there's another one from the 1980s that is actually a very good creature movie that everybody forgot about. It is very good. Watch The Blob, 1980 something. Okay, we can chat about it out of stream. We can try to find arm style work. In the meantime, we can move on to something different.